This is contemporary journalism in the form of a poem. It's called American History Sex. It's Friday night. I'm lonely. Commitment at times makes my heart feel unsafe and my breathing labored and my forehead sweat. A blue light is on my face, bleeding loneliness into arousal. Instagram, not FB, not the one with the bird logo, not Gmail, not YouTube. All of the aforementioned platforms are a matrix, but as for the matrix I'm interested in, I call upon the square boxes of Instagram. My spirit tells lies, porn, addiction, techno-heroin. I move my thumb to the upper right corner of the blue screen. My crotch feels it. My belly growls. I daydream of various lusty POVs. I scroll. My message box is full of unrequited solicitations. I'm so embarrassed I can barely take it. I want to get in the car and drive to Oregon and never be seen again. I send out message very innocent, kind, friendly, and gentle, albeit bottom barrel lascivious. I'm a madman for this technological intercourse. I feel alone, but she's there. I can't remember her name. Madison, probably. Madison from SoCal. She responded via DM. We communicated via Matrix for about a year, never saw each other, conversations rife with maybes. Maybe is the death of us. Maybe is the death of evolution. Maybe is safe and banal and empty, all caps. I sent her a message, hey, what are you up to? An hour passed, a flash of light, a hit. Vein jabbed with the techno-heroin. She sent back a drivel, no grammar, no punctuation. How are you? We agreed to meet at an address in Calabasas, California. Carlsbad, California. It's twilight. I bought a new shirt that day from the University of Colorado. I love the color and the fabric. The shirt was for the school's basketball team. I felt sentimental. I liked basketball. God was nowhere as I drove the Prius, alone with my brain in my crotch, disconnected. The freeway is 6 lanes, 7, 8, ramps going nowhere. I'm jonesing, itching for contact, looking in all the mirrors. I see dark cars, lifted trucks that belong to skateboarders and dirt bikers and metal militia heads. Metal militia aren't my crowd. A tinge of presumption maybe, but they seem angry ultimately. Bacon for breakfast, chicken for lunch, steak for dinner. I'm a vegetarian. I creep. Carlsbad, 5 miles. A shadow of a green and white sign. I have to pee. I hit an Arco, red, white, and blue. I pee. I leave. I think, who is Madison? According to Instagram, she is a swimsuit model. She has a husky dog with bright blue eyes. She's obsessed with Bali. She wears nothing but bathing suits. She has curly hair. She's slender but also curvy. Her description says she is Mexican and Swedish. She has some sort of mandala tapestry hanging over her bed that is on a floor covered in a tufted sand-colored rug. I think about the Swede thing as I was peeing. Maybe I should tell her I'm Swedish. Maybe I've already told her I'm Swedish. I can't remember. I can't remember anything. Instagram makes me forget. I arrive at what I think is Madison's house. I sense that the BMW sitting in front belongs to Madison. The streets are dark. This feels like a self-induced setup. I'm a victim. I expected some kind of boho chic crash pad filled with workout gear and yogic tchotchkes and this mermaidian Instagram princess just living there peacefully. But this was trailer park hopeless. However, a slight Sweetness was in the air as the ocean was 200 yards away. The air was crisp and light and rescuing me from diving headfirst into suicidal guilt. I heard a dog barking, the husky. I reached the front door. I heard footsteps on the other side. Short patter, dainty, light, but hard on the balls and heels. Door opens. Hi. Madison speaks. I say hello back. I study her. She looks like a squirrel. Big eyes. She's skinnier than her photos in the Matrix. Her ears are bent out to the side quite intensely. Both of us are ugly in this doorway light. Jeans, sweatshirt, slippers, her breasts pressed up out of her sweatshirt. I followed her to the back. "This is my mom's house," she said, moving quickly through a cavernous living room. I could see nothing until her room. Trashed, a bomb, grenades everywhere, shit, clothes everywhere, dead lava lamps, tapestry, salt lamps, super bright halogens hanging down, IKEA shelves and drawers coming unglued and unhinged on the walls, little bottles open, makeup sprayed and flung, a sliding mirrored closet against a wall, and a dog, the husky, tiny, hyper, the only hope in the room. Madison talks. Madison talks. "Should we, get shit-faced and go eat or what?" She sits on the edge of her bed. I stared at her television, not capable of answering her. It was a 60-inch plasma. Playing some beachy radio station, a breathy voice sings of the waves. I snap out of it. Yeah, sure. Into the BMW. We go to some bowl restaurant. She ordered beef. I go vegetarian, oil and water. We swallowed everything, no tasting. I asked her about astrology. Nothing happened. Her eyes were sweet. She looked tormented. I could relate. She looked like she was gasping for art and spirituality and all the things the Industrial Revolution has tried to strip from us. I couldn't save her. I sucked down the vegetarian toilet water. I watched a date going on at a table away from us, an Asian guy, or an Asian girl with a metal militia guy. I thought about them fucking. Not making love, fucking. Deranged, spit, fear, rage, 2 different languages. "Shall we go?" I asked Madison. I paid the $37 bill. Why was toilet water so expensive? The white BMW peeled out, reached a highway. She stopped onto a sandy embankment, car in park. "Weed?" she asked me. She pulled out a shoebox, Asics, size 7. I held the box. Flowers in the corner of the box, papers, paraphernalia, junk. "Sativa?" she said. Madison fished around behind her seat for something. Grunting, she pulled out a big water bomb. She sparked the lighter. We toked. An oil refinery was in the distance. It was down a hill, the waves, stoned. We loosened up. She said she would pretend to be her own manager when she first started modeling the bikinis in the Matrix. Oh, yeah. She said that she would send emails out pretending to be a guy named Ben Stein, manager of Madison Banks. Oh, yeah. I panicked. I was being set up. It had to be. Before I could leap out of the car, she gassed it up again. She flung the water bong into the back seat. Back at her mother's house, on the edge of her bed, a maze of drugs. Insecurity turned into a nebulous blob. I was on the floor playing with a dog toy. The husky stared at me. The television, it glowed. A cube floated around on the screen. Beach vibes played on. Vodka poured. Years get lost when you're young and you have no choice but to lose them. You don't know you're losing them until they're gone. A sliding door leading to some kind of backyard was on the right side of the wall. A curtain hung down and covered half of the wall. I looked out and recognized the wall outside. The wall was where Madison filmed some of her workout videos. I have watched her do many a squat and lunge and spandex in front of that wall. I'm sick, drunk. Should I go home or can I sleep here? I asked Madison, if you want me to go, do you mind if I wait around a little while so I don't drive drunk? Yeah, she answered slowly. A knock. Madison jumped up. It was her mom. Madison opened the door a crack. She told her mom to leave. She had a boy over. Mom was drunk. The mom was begging. She wanted to meet me. I didn't care. Madison was embarrassed and didn't want her mom in the room. The door pressed open. Hello? Hello? The mom said. Her eyes were like cue balls. A man stood behind her. This is Steve? The mom said. My friend? I introduced myself, drunken and pointless yet polite. Steve looked exhausted. Steve looked interesting. Steve might have been a logger. Madison closed the door. She apologized. I told her mom seemed cool. Yeah, she's here off and on. She's okay. Madison said. I laid back on the bed. My hands were idle. Madison got on top of me. Tepid kisses. Weed smoke filled our mouths. My shirt was thrown off. My Colorado basketball shirt. It hit the ground next to the tired husky. Madison removed her top. She was very thin. The Matrix photos were not this thin. I felt conned. Madison's pants came off. I started going down on her. She was moaning. My mouth was wet and dry and wet and dry. Orgasm, maybe. The light outside at the side entrance to the house glowed this hideous orange. God. We were broke. Ugh. Swilling vegetable toilet water in our spare time. Madison and I were on the edge of the bed. Her legs were bent. We kissed. Tongues, smoke, alcohol, saliva, desperation. Pause. She doesn't want to have sex. Fine by me. Then I felt something down my neck. A figurative rat ran down my neck. A moment stood still. I didn't know what it was. The curtains, they blew open. The big gray fabric of the curtains flung up toward the ceiling. Madison! A voice screamed. A man entered from outside. He was young. He looked like one of the metal militia, hard-brimmed cap, dressed in all black, a fake Tony Hawk. Kyle! Madison squealed, Kyle! I shot my hands up into the air, as if it was a stick-up. Madison and I were so killable in that moment. Madison was squealing and squealing. I told you I don't want you in my life! Kyle severely swiveled to me. Who are you? Gus. I'm Gus. More squealing. I'm living my life, Kyle. I'm living my life. I got off the bed. I was grateful Kyle didn't walk in 3 minutes earlier when my tongue was inside Madison. I kept my hands up. Hey, man. Hey, brother. I had no idea, man. I had no idea. Kyle looked at me vaguely. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's not you. It's not you. It felt homoerotic, like we were both on the same side of the fence, and Madison was a beast in the cold. I grabbed my pants and shoes and quickly hustled out the patio porch door into the frigid 2 a.m. air. Squealing and screaming ensued. The husky was yipping and yapping. I got in my car shirtless and drove off. Madison called, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. She seemed to not really get the weight of the moment, that primal weight. I'm sorry, he ran away. I called the cops. I understand if you don't ever want to speak to me again. I said it was all okay. It's all okay. But my shirt was gone. Back there on that crusted floor. The next day, Madison called and yammered some incoherent gibberish. Keep the shirt, I said. Keep the shirt. I told her defeatedly. Erase the numbers and the histories. Wipe the chalkboard clean until even the shadows disappear. I'm going to claim my consolation prize. More of that thing. That sweet thing. Unpredictable life.